Okay, so I've been playing as much Junkerqueen as possible lately.
My hand needs a knife in it.
Before I go into any details, I gotta say that I was a little skeptical on her character. I really didn't know how she was gonna play. We have a tank that doubles as a support. Really don't know how that would trade off with Orisa or Reinhardt, but overall, she has a pretty good kit. The knife feels really weird in Overwatch, not gonna lie, but it also feels familiar in a way. It's almost as if I was throwing a throw knife in Call of Duty.
Come on. Come on. Clap your hands. Come on. Come on. Clap your hands.
That's what it really feels like to me, especially with the drop. But being able to hit your target and bring them to you by recalling a knife is pretty cool. A major tip I have with her is try to hit squishy people. I really wouldn't even try to go for the tanks. Obviously, if you have a tank in front of you, you might as well hit them with it. But if you have the option to hit a squishy person, you know, like a Tracer, McCree, anybody that doesn't have a lot of health, it works really well against them. Tanks, they have the same effect, but it doesn't work as well. You don't pull them as close, but you still get some damage in. It's worth doing if you don't have any other option to. You also have your commanding shout. Now this is a really good move. I really think it's for really specific situations. You want to use it for engaging fights. Got to be careful doing that because you may run into a fight that you can't handle and you can't escape. Which leads me into my second tip is you really want to try using this as an escape method. You give a speed boost, you give 100 health to your teammates, and you also increase your own health. That should give you a pretty good chance to leave any fight that you engage in. Notice Junkerqueen doesn't have a lot of health. That commander shout is her lifelines. And honestly, her axe, if you swing it at any squishy person, you have a really good chance of killing them. Overall, you want to just focus on close quarter fights with Junkerqueen. That's what she specializes in. Think of her as a Reinhardt that has a shotgun. That's basically what she is. You want to be that close to people so you can constantly be doing damage, constantly boosting your team. You're there to support your team. Every time you use your commander shout, it's going to give your team a speed boost, and it's also going to give every one of them 100 health. Think about it. You throw that on Tracer. Tracer has a speed boost and 100 extra health. She's probably going to do some damage. Also, I'm pretty sure you can stack it with Lucio to make your teammates run even faster. And last but not least, her ultimate is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's very situational, but it's pretty good. She lunges forward, wounding any enemies in her path, and she also makes it to where you can't heal. So she basically throws an honor grenade in the middle of all of this, which is pretty nice. I've noticed that you can use this to really turn the tide. You're like in the middle of a fight, but if you're trying to just go and kill the whole team by yourself, or even with one other teammate, it's probably not gonna happen. It's really mainly made for team fights. You have to do it in the middle of two teams fighting it out. If you have less than a full team while you're using her ult, you're pretty much gonna waste it, I feel like. I'm not saying it's useless, but you really need your team to be there to use this ult and actually be effective in the match. It's just weird seeing a tank do what she does, but it's really helpful. For example, if you have a Roadhog that's dominating on the other team, you pick Junkerqueen, it may take you a little bit to get her ult, but you can counter his healing. You can counter anybody else's healing. Pocket healing is super important in Overwatch 2, and the fact that her ult disables healing is really good. I know you've been steamrolled by a team that just keeps getting pocket healed and you can't do anything about it. Well, with Junkerqueen, you can actually turn it over, make it to where they can't heal, even though you have two healers that decides not to use Ana to actually be helpful to the team. So, hey, I like her overall. Let me know what you think in the comments below. With all that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.